I love you. You have a sickness. I thought
What?
I had a sickness. You have a sickness.
Why do I have a sickness?
Because, you're sitting here at the break and you're talking about this time you went to a game.
The Phillies game.
And Kapler happened to be the manager.
Of the Phillies.
Lay the groundwork on this one.
We were just talking about platooning and all that stuff. And I said, when did Kapler, how many years did Kapler manage the Phillies? 2 years.
Yeah.
Felt like one. But I remember it was a Friday night. And I can't believe I remember this. And it was true. Friday night game at Oracle Park. I went with Philly Zoo, Brendan Coleman. He was out here in town. Andy came with us. And we're all out this game. And Parker hit 2 bombs that day.
Yeah.
I mean, hit 2 bombs.
Another
right
guy
center,
who was never going to play for
center
us.
field. Yeah, no doubt. But I remember that game. Now, the Phillies ended up winning the game 9-6. But I said I could have sworn Kapler came in. Because Lundman had this video of Kapler pulling a pitcher.
Yes.
And Realmuto, the catcher of the Phillies, saying, "Dear God."
Yeah,
I'm paraphrasing, but it was the F-bomb.
It was the greatest reaction. It was like, I have zero faith in what's going to happen here.
I don't get the analytics or the platooning. But that day, Drew Smyly was pitching for the Phillies. He's a left-handed pitcher. Now, I've never seen this in my life before. And maybe I just don't remember. But that day, and I was like, I could have swore Kapler pulled a left-handed starter for a left-handed reliever. Which usually when you pull a lefty, you're saying, all right, I want to go to the righty for this matchup.
Yeah.
He pulled a left-handed starter.
Or he's out of bullets.
Yeah, so he was at 98 pitches.
But he's still at that time, you can still go another batter or two.
Right. So he pulled him for a left-handed reliever who ended up giving up 2 hits that day. And I was like, I don't think I've ever seen that. Now, maybe I'm misremembering this. And no, it was true. Smyly was a lefty, and Kapler pulled him for a left-handed reliever. And I remember at the time of the game, I was like, this doesn't make any sense. But he's going to a lefty after having... Anyway, that just... that's the sickness there. The fact that I remember a little thing like that, just... I don't know about Kapler.
So you threw a grenade in my lap.
Yeah.
Breaking down this whole Buster Posey thing and just kind of like, what does it mean? Where's this going? Why did he move back?
It's not even me.
No, it's a great point.
Been to Wildcat. Shout out to Bernie out there who I got to meet, who I got to see yesterday after being in
Weekday
Boston.
at Bernie's.
Yeah, he wanted to meet us in Bernie. He does have that vibe too, that weekend at Bernie's vibe. But I remember he was trying to hook up with us in Boston during the finals because he was out there for 10 years. But I was just like, he liked me to this. He goes, I think Buster Posey's being groomed to manage. And we had all talked about the article with Greg Johnson sitting down with Susan Slusser, and he had some throwaway lines saying, Buster's really evolved. He texts me all the time, and yada, yada, yada. He's asking this question, that question. And then the SF Gate article kind of flies under the radar. Nobody really touched on it. Posey and his family is moving back full-time to the Bay Area after going back home to Georgia for a year or two. They're coming back to the Bay Area full-time.
There's got to be a reason why.
This fan base has never been more detached emotionally. I'm trying to search. I want to be emotionally attached to the Giants. I want to love my baseball team again.
Yeah.
I do. I really do. They've lost a lot of people here with this philosophy, platooning and pulling guys left and right and openers and bullpenning and all that stuff. With Kapler talking the way he's talking, with Greg Johnson saying, yeah, we're no rush to extend. It's weird. If you're Farhan Zaidi, you're going to say, yeah, we're fine. I'll get back to you. If you're Farhan Zaidi, I'm begging for an extension.
Yeah, in any negotiation where someone said, hey, let's negotiate, don't you like, yeah, I'd love to hear what you have to say.
Yeah. Instead, it's like, hey, I'm busy right now.
Such a great point.
I'm busy? You're too busy to talk about your future status with the Giants? I think it's a package deal. I think through next year, if things go awry and we don't see any incremental gains with this baseball team,
that long?
They may not.
I don't think you go. I know other people disagree with me. For me, if I was running a business, I'm not letting someone go into the last year of their deal who's not a champion.
Right. Well, so I have been on the you can't fire Farhan, you can't fire Kapler. But when you see back and forths like that with Kapler and the reporter, and you hear Alex Wood, and you hear Ross Shortwing say, boy, I wish Gabe Kapler would have talked about my back injury with me before going public with it. You're not talking to the player first. You're going straight to the press and you're leaking that. Guys are not happy with their roles. Benai was on with Willard Dibbs a few weeks ago saying, I don't know what my role
So
is.
it's a great example. No,
I'm just a baseball player. I don't know if I'm a starter, reliever. I don't know what the hell I am.
one of the things that Dave Roberts and Alex Cora got credit for after their teams won championships was every guy on their team said, I knew going to the ballpark the next day, right, what my role was going to be, right? And you can take this to anything. When you go to a job site and you know exactly what you have to do, I got to knock out this wall, I got to drill these things, boom, boom. Don't you always it's like a checklist, and you just feel more confident. You know exactly. Nothing is worse than showing up to work like I don't really know, not really sure what I'm going to do today. Twiddling your thumbs,
right?
And I think it's even more so for a game like baseball. Not that basketball, not that football are not incredibly mental. They are. Baseball is an extremely underrated mental game. And the psyche and the confidence and the comfortability. These guys are creatures of habit. You hear about this from so many different people. And I think my biggest issue with the organizational philosophy, it's always like, it's data, and the people don't matter. The human element doesn't matter. And I'm saying, look, data is important. The human element, to me, is equally important.
No
These
doubt.
guys have to feel themselves. They got to have confidence. Like, again, we talk about like the confidence Kyle Shanahan has with Brock Purdy. Like, it's one thing to say you have confidence. It's another to show them based on throwing when you're backed up against the end zone.
No doubt.
Right?
No
Allowing a young player to hit late in the game so that they can endear themselves not only to you, but prove to everyone, I can hit against this guy with runners on with 2 outs. Like, that. Those are big building moments for young ascending players.
Right. So Posey played here from 2009 to 2021. And he's moving back to the Bay Area full time. In a conversation with Andrew Bagley that was published on Sunday in the Athletic, Posey revealed that he was coming back to the area where he won 3 World Series. As Posey explained, it took a year away for the family to realize the Bay Area had become the place that truly felt like home. It's where both their sets of twins were born, so they loaded up the movie truck last week and to give Posey the opportunity to see more Giants games from the stands. He said he is eager as anyone to watch the next generation of homegrown players establish themselves.
So he's just going to sit in the front row and go to Pete's Coffee, or
there's a lot of catchers. There's a lot of catchers who become managers.
Yeah, the best.
They call games. Bochy. They call games. They have that relationship with pitchers. They know how to set up the infield.
Girardi.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Yeah, no. That's what I was saying. There's a lot of catchers who become big league managers. This fan base needs some juice.
Yeah.
We need something to get us back to the yard.
Yeah.
You said something a couple weeks ago saying we underestimated the loss of Buster Posey
we did.
and how much he meant to this organization. Kapler and Farhan and his front office, and it's not all Kapler. I feel kind of bad for him because of the deck he's handed, the set of cards he's handed here. It's not a good baseball team. I know they're in a wild card position, but come on, folks. Let's be real with ourselves. This is not a good baseball team. They're average at best.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the regression is going to come, and we're about to see it through the end of August. No extension for Farhan and Kapler. If I'm Greg Johnson, and I'm saying, boy, I need to endear myself with this fan base. I need to make a splash hire. I need to make a splash move. I can't get free agents to sign here because I don't think they want to play for Kapler or Farhan, and I don't think they really love this philosophy, which is why you're missing out on big-time free agents, why you're swinging and missing, and why you got to settle for Mitch Henniger's, who's only played 15 games or whatever games he's played, or why you could only sign Manaea and Stripling, and you still have to give him player options. You have to give Manaea and Stripling player options. Stripling's pitched 78 innings, and he's given up 20 home runs. 20! You got to make a splash if you're Greg Johnson. You don't think Buster Posey misses being in the clubhouse?
Oh, come on.
He's been a baseball lifer.
Well, that's the thing I think people underrate. Like I'm not Posey. Okay, I'm going to admit that right now. But dude, if you take a couple weeks off from coaching, you miss it. Yes, you get burnt out at the end. You miss it. If you love something, when you and I go on vacation, we love talking. We go on vacation. It takes me like 2 days, and I go I'll like Monday, Tuesday.
You start itching.
By Tuesday afternoon, I'm like, God damn it, I need to get back on the microphone. Don't you?
You start itching
because I love this job so much.
Yeah, you start itching. You start getting on Twitter. I start texting you guys to get my takes out. And then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna put the phone down and just live it on. But then when I'm sitting at dinner with Anna, she's like, do you miss it? You miss it? So my thought, and I'm like, hell yeah, I miss it. Listen, I'm starting to get the itch for the Warriors season. The NBA schedule gets released today at 12 o'clock. And I'm like, damn, I can't wait for Warriors basketball. Damn, I can't wait for the Niners. So I think with Buster Posey moving back to the Bay Area, this is another step into getting them to manage the Giants. I really do. I think Kepler, Farhad, if you're Greg Johnson, there's no way you could possibly extend these guys.
Is there even a move in the back pocket that would endear themselves to Giants fans quicker than doing what you're saying?
I think you want to get Giants fans excited again. Giants fans will be patient with Buster Posey. We trust Buster Posey. We love Buster Posey.